Book 6 is going to be all about the customs of the Druids and the culture of the Gauls. So it begins, it's kind of like an anthropological chapter. In all Gaul, of those men who in some way are in number and in honor, are with number and with honor. So all those who have some honor and there's like a certain amount of them that makes them worth talking about. There are two kinds. For the common people, almost are held in the place of slaves, or like they're held in the same place as slaves are, who, like the common people, dare nothing through themselves, and they are admitted to no councils, so they're not allowed to go to the meetings, town councils and stuff. Very many, because either by, so we're going to get a cum causal clause here, so very many because either by foreign bronze like taxes, or by the greatness of tributes like debt or taxes again, or by the injury of the powerful, so like invading tribesmen are pressed. So if the people, very many of them, because they're pressed by all of these things, they say themselves into servitude, so they put themselves in servitude to the nobles, to whom, as in to the nobles, against them or toward them, the same are the laws which for masters are toward servants. So these people, when they put themselves, the common people, when they put themselves into servitude, they're basically held like slaves. But concerning these two kinds, these two genera, one is of the Druids and another of the horsemen, or the cavalry. They, as in the Druids, are, like they take care of, it's literally they are in between, but is lie between, intervene, be present at, or take part in. So they take part in, and you can see, they intervene for divine matters, and they procure, or like they care for, attend to these public sacrifices and private ones. They interpret religious things. To these, as into the Druids, a great number of youths, like young men, come together for the sake of, remember, causa plus a genitive is for the sake of discipline, or for the sake of learning. These are amongst them with great honor. So like the Druids are among them with great honor. So why are they with great honor? For since almost concerning all controversies, public and private, they decide. So the Druids are kind of like judges. They decide about everything. And if anything, if any crime is admitted or incurred, if any crime is admitted or is incurred, if a murder is done, if concerning heredity or like inheritance, concerning the borders, there is a controversy, the same decide. So the same Druids, they decide about this, and or they discern. So the same ones discern, they think about it, and then they decide the punishments and the rewards. If anyone, either private, like a private individual, or if a people of them, like a whole group of them, did not stand by the decree, like what they decreed, they forbid from the sacrifices. So they basically banish them from coming to the divine ceremonies. This punishment amongst them is the most serious. For those, or to those who are thus forbidden, these ones, like the ones who are forbidden, in the number of wicked, or in the number of impious and wicked ones, they are held. They all flee these, or like from these, all flee from these forbidden ones, and they'll all like recede from these forbidden ones, or go away from them, from these forbidden ones, and they flee their approach and their speech. Lest anything, like aliquid, remember ni nisinomne, or ne si nisinomne, from so lest anything from the contagion of lest they may receive anything from the contagion of inconvenience. So, lest they receive anything of inconvenience from this contagion, they think they're like lepers almost, they're going to catch bad luck from them. Nor to these ones seeking is justice given, nor any honor is communicated. For these, however, or maybe to these, one is above all the Druids. So one Druid is in charge of all the rest, who the highest authority amongst them has. With this one having died, or if this one dies, either if any from the rest excels with dignity, he succeeds, or if there are many equal ones, by a vote of the Druids, sometimes even by means of arms or by weapons they contend concerning the chief place. These, at a certain time of year, in the borders of the Carnuti, which is one of the people, which region of all of Gaul is held the middle, they come together in a sacred place, to hear all from all sides who have controversies come together, and they are obedient to the orders and decrees of them, as into the orders and decrees of the Druids. The discipline is held to have been found in Britain, like it's believed to have been discovered in Britain, and from there into Gaul, which is members in France, it is held to have been carried. And now, those who diligently that matter wish to learn, very much to that place, as into they go over to Britain, for the sake of learning they set out.